I want the man with the plan, the guy that puts in more hours a day than the 24 that there are for all of us. He does. He puts in more than 24 hours a day. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, you should. He is the one, the only Dave Mead. Dave, take it away.
Hey, Mike. Thanks, buddy. Hey, folks. Great to see you on the call. Yeah, we have an exciting call tonight. I've been meaning to get the speaker on here for some time, and right now is a perfect time with tax season. But first, I want to make a couple of real fast announcements, and then we'll get on with it. I just want to let folks know I had a call today with the AI marketing director, Cheryl Coco. And I know there's a lot of people out there with the AI system kind of maybe stuck in the mud at this point. So I had a great conversation with her. And what I want to do is keep most of the marketing tools that we have within the AI system so we can all use it. And when we create something in there, we can create it. It's in everybody's back office. So we all have the same tools and access to those tools, professionally written emails and training. So here's what we went over. I asked her to create a getting started video similar to the one we have for our back office that Barry did such a fantastic job with. So she's going to go and create a getting started video. And what she wants to do, here's the notes she gave me as I was speaking, what to do after you get started. We want to go through each tab to make it very clear and have I'd rather have an array of small videos, 3 to 5 minute videos, instead of one large one. So she asked that question. I said, well, it's best to have, small bits and pieces for folks to digest at one time. And also I asked her to go slow, take it easy. And she put that down in the notes. So, and we're going to try to have as many things as we do, like I said, as far as marketing goes, connected to the AI system, folks. She's going to create an email campaign. We're talking about that. And I asked her to use the email campaign and put the video in the email campaign, create something where we can all share it with people coming from the company. We don't want anybody using your own emails. We have to run everything past our attorneys. We want to make this thing squeaky clean. So we're going to have everything created from the company standpoint, folks, and we'll have it in the back office of the AI system. She's going to create that campaign for us, have the video, and we're going to look into even enhancing the video marketing page with maybe additional link that gives more information, maybe like a get more information PDF that is professionally written, designed to close the potential member for you. Okay, so that's what's coming, guys. And now on to our guest tonight. And I want to say this, we will announce a contest after Ron's presentation on how to get his recruiting booklets and tax book for free. So I'll go over that after he speaks. But I want to let you know, Dr. Ron Mueller is a graduate of the United States Naval Academy, has earned a master's degree from the University of Oklahoma, an MBA from the American University, and a doctorate in business economics from San Francisco Regent University. He previously had highly successful careers as a senior naval officer and in international marketing, advertising, and investigative reporting. So Ron, take it away, brother.
Thank you, Dave. Let me see if I can get my screen to share here. Let's see. How's that working out?
Okay, let's see. I see something happening. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, there we go.
Nice.
Get some stuff out of the way so I can expand this. Okay, I'm trying to. I get my the dashboard on the way. There we go. I'm trying to get down to where I can expand it. It's just to full screen.
Yeah, yeah, buddy. It looks good.
Hey, Ron, go up to view.
Okay.
You can go up to view and go to presentation, I believe, if you would like. There you go.
Okay. Am I showing now?
Yes.
Looks great.
Perfect.
Say full screen. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, full screen.
What we're going to chat a little bit about tonight is two things. that I think might be of interest to some of you. How to get Uncle Sam to help you slash your own taxes. We're talking thousands now. And also, at the same time, also to recruit faster and easier. That's our two topics for tonight. So if I can accomplish either one of those, I think I've done something useful. David already introduced me, but the two books that I'm most known for are Windfall Tax Savings Approved for Small Business Owners. That book is now in its 20th annual edition. And the other is a booklet I use primarily for recruiting and those starting up a business, called The Biggest Tax Breaks in America Belong to Home-Based Business Owners. I've got a lot of smarts in this area for only one reason. I don't do anything else. This isn't something I do, it's the only thing I do. All I do is learn, study, and teach home business tax law to small and home-based business owners. Over the last 20 years, I've addressed tens of thousands of entrepreneurs in this subject. The book, the Windfall book, has been reviewed by the IRS and approved for accuracy. And Google calls me one of the top small business tax savings authorities in America. I'll take that.
Absolutely.
At the end of this call, as David just said, you're going to learn how to get both these books for free. Let me tell you what's in them first, and even more importantly, what they're going to do for your business and your life. It's a fact that small and home-based business owners now qualify for more tax breaks than any other category of taxpayers, bar none. There is no other category of taxpayers that get more tax deductions than we do, small business owners, small and home-based business owners. We get all the same tax breaks that other big businesses get, except we get more for a number of reasons I'm going to go into in just a second. So Congress approved some big tax incentives to encourage average people like us to operate a part-time or a full-time home-based business. Why they do that? It's good for the national economy. We at small business is the fastest growing sector of the economy. It's a safety net for taxpayers and workers. So if you go to your job one day and find a pink slip in your mailbox, you don't have to worry about where am I going to find my next job. You can just go home and ramp up your part-time BEMA business to full-time. So those are three reasons why so much attention has been paid to small and home-based business owners during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a critical part of the American economy. Without small businesses, our economy collapses, literally. So many people report that they make good money, pretty good income, but yet they always seem to be broke. So I wonder, why would it be that rather than having money left at the end of the month, they finally have more month left at the end of the money? That just seems to be the case a lot. And why would that be? Well, I think you can probably guess. It's not their fault. I think we can all agree that taxes will have a lot to do with it, especially this year. We just, as a country, we voted into office somebody who promised to raise all of our taxes. So we can expect to have tax increases this year. So your job, my job with you, is going to be to determine how you can reduce your taxes to the legal minimum. I won't go into any gray areas or any of that shady stuff. But there are some legal ways, a lot of legal ways that we can save money in taxes as small business owners. So if taxes are keeping your pockets empty because you haven't heard about these major SBO deductions, small business owner deductions before, then there's a fix for that. That fix is called education. And we're going to start with that tonight. Taxes, believe it or not, taxes are costing you more than your housing, plus your health care, plus your food, plus your transportation, all combined. Most people think housing, healthcare, food, and transportation are the biggest 4 monthly expenses. They're not. Taxes are bigger than any of those four. In fact, in some cases, bigger than all four of those combined. So your biggest monthly expense really is taxes. That's why we got to be focusing on tax savings, because if you're going to get ahead, it doesn't make any difference how much you make, it's how much you keep. Right? So that's the biggest monthly expense, yet most likely you're overpaying your taxes. I'm going to guess by thousands year after year. But it's for one reason, because of what you don't yet know. You're going to change all that tonight. This was going to be a life-changing or financial life-changing half hour for you. So you most likely are overpaying your taxes, but you know what? The same thing is true for your prospects. This 40-page booklet here is about to begin doing your recruiting for you. And I really mean for you. Strangers are about to begin pleading with you to help them find and get into a home-based business of their own. Close your eyes and imagine this scenario, for example. Let's imagine you're standing in a line with a stranger. Maybe you're at Disney World, maybe you're waiting for a seat at the restaurant, for those few states that allow you to stand in line for a restaurant. And you do small talk with a person in front of or behind you in a line. You start chit-chatting just little things like, where are you from, and been here long, and how did you choose this restaurant, or whatever. Just chit-chat, small talk. Then you move the topic to taxes. You do that by saying just something like, I'd be getting killed on my taxes if I didn't get the big tax deductions I get from my small part-time home-based business. That's all the saving my hide. Yep. Is that going to prompt somebody to say, tell me more? Probably. And I put this in your own words. These are my words, not yours. But put them in your own words. Just say that I'm thankful for the big tax deductions I get. And most people are going to say, what are those big tax deductions? That should get their interest. So then you state, here, let me loan you this little booklet. And you hand them this booklet. It's 40 pages long. It's 6x9 size, so it's small enough you can carry it with you easily. And just loan this booklet. And here's what's going to happen. That can't be very hard, right? So far, strike up a conversation, shift to taxes. I mean, taxes, as soon as some of these executive orders go into effect, it takes 30 days before they go into effect. As soon as they start going into effect, we're going to start seeing a bite on our taxes. So it's going to be really easy to bring this topic up because people are going to be worried about how much their taxes are going to go up. So when you tell them you have the panacea, you have the good news, you have the Rosetta Stone for saving money on taxes, they're going to have to ask why, how. So this booklet plays three major roles, or will play three major roles for you. One, it helps prospects see in black and white exactly how these powerful small business deductions can slash their own taxes by thousands. It's a very easy, quick read. It's 40 pages, it's double spaced, it's large type, it's designed so when somebody flips through it, just fans through the book, they say, oh, I can handle this, because they can. And it's all in plain English. There's no IRS jargon or legalese or any of that stuff in there. So it's all translated into plain English. So they're going to see for themselves how much they can be saving in taxes with a home-based business. Second, it's going to show the prospects how easy it is to qualify for these new deductions. To qualify, you only have to meet three requirements. First requirement is to work your business on a regular, well, first, have a profit motive. You don't need to be making a profit before you qualify for these, but you have to have a profit motive, a profit intent, the IRS calls it. And secondly, you've got to keep decent records, the records the IRS requires of you, and then be working your business on a regular and consistent basis. Now that doesn't need to be a lot of hours. That's kind of vague, that wording, but the tax courts have narrowed that down a little bit, and they have said that to qualify, a taxpayer needs to work their business at least 4 to 5 hours a week on a regular and consistent basis. That's not too hard, right? It may not be enough to make a whole ton of money in Vima, but it's enough money to get tax deductions. And number three, step-by-step guide to setting up their business quickly and correctly from the beginning. That's what this book is all about. As it says right in the middle of the book there, book cover, it's a quick start guide to setting up your business quickly and correctly to collect thousands in new tax savings. And at the top, I say, set it up right from the beginning and save the time and cost of fixing it later. That's what this book's all about. This book plays three major roles. It helps, but these are three major roles, I said. It helps prospects see in black and white what the benefits are of a home-based business. It shows them how to easily qualify, and gives them a step-by-step guide for what do I do now that I've signed on a dotted line and I fill out the application form. What impact will this have on productivity and retention of people that you're recruiting? It's powerful. Let me tell you this. It is, if they ever stop actively working their business, or if they ever drop out and go inactive, guess what? they immediately resume paying Uncle Sam an additional $5,000 to $6,000 or more. They can't get those tax deductions unless they pass those three qualifications. Work your business on a regular, consistent basis with a profit intent, and excuse me, and have and keep records. So they don't dare drop out. If they drop out, they better get into something else, because they're going to start going back to paying. If they're going to say, the average person is going to save in their first year, I found, this is ballpark, it's not scientific, but in the first year, most people will save, their tax savings will be around $3,500 to $4,000 first year. After that, they'll get even more, because they'll see more tax deductions they can qualify for, and realize how easy it is to qualify for them. So the key is to quickly get them into tax savings mode. So if you want to get these people active and stay active, you can't just promise them they'll save money in taxes. You got to make it happen for them. You got to help them understand what's in this simple little booklet and put it into practice. Because once they start putting, see, when they save money in tax, what that means is they're paying less in payroll taxes. So if they're paying $1,000 now in payroll taxes every payday, they may pay $700 in the future. Well, that's a $300 net gain. That's a cash benefit of $300 every payday. You want to get them in quickly into tax savings mode, so that if they go dormant, if they aren't active, if they aren't spending a lot of time in their business, you can say to them, you realize you're going to lose those benefits if you can't meet those three requirements, don't you? So this tool is only one tool. It answers these important questions. Important questions such as, why should I start a home-based business? Well, it gives them the financial advantages and the tax savings advantages. How much are the tax deductions worth? It's going to tell them that they're worth $3,500 to $5,000 in the first year, and probably $5,000 to $7,000 or more after that. Is it hard to qualify for the deductions? No. Simply say you're in business and work your business on a regular and consistent basis, 4 to 5 hours a week minimum, week after week. Keep the right records and have a profit focus. How do I find a business? Now, this is where it gets interesting. So far, we haven't even talked about VEMA, have we? You're going to get people who say, how do I get into a business, before you even mention VEMA or what it stands for, which I can never remember. But it's if you, they're going to ask you, how do I find a business? I've read through this booklet. There's a quick read. It said to qualify for these deductions, I've got to have a home-based business or a small business. How do I get one? Now, do you think you can probably walk through that barn door? How do I find a business? Well, I happen to have one that I'm working in, that if you want to join me, I'd be glad to mentor you and help you get started. Bring them into your business before. I know people who have used this book. It's only a year old, less than a year old. I know people who have recruited prospects into their business before the prospect knew what their business was. At that point, they don't care what the business is. You don't have to say my pill is bigger than your pill, my discount's bigger than your discount. At that point, you're simply saying that I can save you a ton of money in taxes, and that's enough. How do I do it? And as long as your business is ethical and legal, which VEMA is, then you've got a new prospect, probably a new distributor. Then you ask, what do I need to do to set my business up for maximum deductions? That's what they're going to ask next. And this book covers that. So this book answers all those questions. Why should I start a business? What are the tax breaks worth? How to qualify? How to get started in a business? And what do I do to make sure my business is structured in a way that I can maximize my tax deductions? The next big questions they're going to have are these. Exactly what are the biggest deductions? How can I qualify for each one of them? What records do I need to keep? Do any of the I got a little typo there, don't I? Do any of these cause increased audit risk? Are there tips for maximizing the value of these tax deductions? And finally, very importantly, what can I do to simplify all of this? There is a lot they can do. Actually, there's not much they can do, because you don't have to do a lot. I'm going to make this dirt simple for you. That's where this book comes into play next, because this is the step-by-step guide to the 6 biggest deductions. All the 6 biggest. Now, there are more than 100 deductions for small business owners and home-based business owners especially. But the big 6 are all covered in detail in this book. How to write off all business startup costs is covered in here. So somebody coming into your business that signs up tonight, they can write off all their expenses while they're getting into the business. How to maximize the home office deduction. This is a huge deduction that a lot of people just aren't totally aware of at all because there have been a lot of changes to it in the past several years, but it's huge. How to hire your kids with tax-free money. You can. In fact, the tax courts have ruled that a child over the age of 6, not 16, over the age of 6 can clearly qualify for to work in a parent's home-based business. There's a way that only small business owners with 1 or no employees can deduct all of your health costs for all of your family members. We are the only ones who qualify for that. That is worth the average person who uses this deduction. It's called a HRA, Health Reimbursement Arrangement. There's Section 105 deduction. It's Section 105 of the tax code that defines it and authorizes it. The average person who uses this deduction is putting about an extra $5,000 cash in their pocket in tax refunds every year. This alone, that one deduction alone. We're going to show you how to have bulletproof tax returns. And the next question is going to be, can this book slash your taxes? Well, here's some ballpark estimates. The big 6 and what they're worth. These are the big 6. The big 6 are business travel, meals, vehicle, home, children, and healthcare. Here's a ballpark of what they're worth. Now, this is based on my 20 years experience, not based on scientific analysis, but it's somewhere in this ballpark. But look, that will probably blow you away. $3,500 to $5,000 in deductions. Most people don't even know they're paying that much in deduction or paying that much in taxes. Why is that? Because our government's done us the big favor of creating something called a payroll deduction. They take out of your payroll the money they need for taxes before you see the rest, called your take-home pay. Most of us don't look at our pay stub because that'd be depressing. See how much money we're losing in taxes. But here's the approximate amount. Let's be super conservative. Let's cut those estimates in half. Let's say I'm exaggerating by 100%. Let's cut the numbers down. Now we're down to $17,500 to $25,000 in tax deductions. But converting tax deductions into cash savings is critical. Tax deductions are not the same as tax savings or refunds. That's cash money in your pocket. There's roughly a 3-to-1 ratio. That's for every $3,000 in deductions, you're going to get about $1,000 cash savings. It's either by cash savings, that means either you're paying less taxes, you're going to get back a bigger refund. Well, actually, it's one of those two. You pay less taxes, or you're getting back a bigger refund. Roughly 3-to-1. So let's cut that estimate in half. We said, well, here's that half. So even at half point, at the half rate of average deductions, your refunds will average $6,000 to $8,000. And I'm not going to go into this on this presentation, this briefing, but you can begin collecting that money immediately. You do not need to wait till next April 15th and collect your refunds. You can reduce your payroll taxes and start collecting that money now. So instead of $6,000 you're collecting at the end of the year, you could collect an extra $500 per month in cash flow all year long. Now, the cover price of this book is $47.95. That's not a bad deal, right? When you consider it's going to slash your taxes by $6,000 to $8,000. And the cover price of a recruiting book is $24.95. You tell me, what's the lifetime value of a new prospect if they get into your business, get active, and stay with it? Well, here's a better question. I'm going to turn back to Dave. What if you could get both of these books for free? That's what Dave Meads is going to cover next. I'll throw it back to you, Dave. David, are you there?
Yeah, thanks, Ron. Sorry, buddy. Didn't realize I was muted, but awesome presentation, buddy, as I knew it would be. And folks, we need to take advantage of this. You're in business with real business people with a real business, and these tax deductions, it's real money in your pocket. So we're going to have a contest, and I'm going to announce a contest right now. It's real simple. For every $100 of web clicks purchase, you will receive the one free booklet up to 5 free booklets. Okay, so in other words, for every $100 web clicks, up to $500, you receive one book for every 100. So that's up to 5 booklets. And that's the recruiting booklets we're talking about. If you purchase 1,000 of web clicks, you also would receive the windfall tax savings book, which will save you thousands on your taxes, as Ron just covered. So guys, that's how you can get the books for free right now. You can go in your back office under the marketplace, and then you click under books, and you will see the what he has available right there. You can take a look at it. But again, for web click purchases, again, 100 for every 100, you receive the recruiting booklet up to 5. And you purchase 1,000 web clicks, you'll receive those 5, but you'll also receive the windfall tax savings book, which will keep things simple, help you make sure you take advantage of those 6 top tax deductions. Okay, and that promotion, actually, I'm gonna turn that over to Andy.
Dave?
Yeah, Andy.
Dave.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Is that just purchases that they make personally, or is it what they sell too?
Personally.
You think you can change that to where if they sell it? What do you think about that?
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess the challenge there, if the member, one of the members buy it, then do they both get it? Or, I mean, I think it's easier, and we can discuss this, guys, but I think it's easier, for each of us, if we want to get the book for free, we go ahead and purchase it across board. But we can discuss that and add something to the newsletter on Tuesday or even before.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. By Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's in the back office now. If anybody, if you want to just get the books, you can. And we have a digital book also. You can get that, and we have a discount on both of those, the actual book and the digital book. So you'll see in the back office and can read about it. And Andy, how long would this contest run?
For a month.
Okay. So for the next
till March 1st or 30 days from now.
30 days. Yeah.
No, okay. I got to write that down because,
write that down, buddy.
Inquiry minds want to know.
Oh, yeah. And you knew that better than anyone.
And guys, just a question regarding that book for outside of the US. Is it still applicable outside of the US?
Ron, what about Canada, Ron?
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ron.
It's applicable to anyone who is required to file US taxes. So if you're a Canadian and you're not required to file US taxes, it doesn't directly apply to you, but the way you can use this is that the Canadian laws are very similar to US, not identical, but similar. So you can take this booklet into your tax preparer and say, here's what I can deduct as a small down in the States. What can I do here in Canada? And I'll make it easy for them to answer your question because all the right pressure points will be there. It'll be the various kinds of deductions you can qualify for. So specifically, this book qualifies for U.S. taxpayers claiming filing U.S. tax deductions.
But they can take it to a tax preparer person in Canada and find out what they can do there.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I guess we'd have everything laid out to make it easy for them to give them the proper information.
Right.
But like Dr. Ron Muller said, I know him for years in a lot of different networking. Like he said, it's similar. So since it's similar, they're going to get some benefits out of it, I believe.
Yes.
Absolutely, buddy. Good point.
Yes.
In my book, I cite the source for every tax deduction. So it'll say exactly where in the tax code it's authorized. So what you need, which will help like a Canadian preparer, for example, to see whether there's something similar to that in Canadian law. If they're a good small business tax preparer in Canada, they're already going to know the answers to those questions. But this book will make sure they focus on all the right questions, not just some of them.
Very good.
Right.
Good point. Yeah, great point.
Can we buy the book after the 30-day promotion there?
Yes, it's in the back office, guys, under the marketplace. So yes.
Hi, can I ask a question about the AI?
Sure.
Yeah, I've been on it. I've not been able to register on the AI because I don't know the reason. I've contacted the Now site agent, and for like 3 weeks we've been on it now, and nobody has been able to give me a final decision on my account. Anytime I try logging in or registering, something went wrong. So,
Okay, well, as I mentioned on the call in the beginning, I have talked to Cheryl Coco, the marketing director of Now Site, and she's working on some things for us now, and she will be getting back to me tomorrow with the first thing that she's completed, and I can ask her about that. I asked her if she can do a training next week, and we're not sure what time. I have to find out her schedule, but I do want to get her on a call for trainings, and she can answer those direct questions. Okay.
Dave,
Yes.
we were talking about somebody selling someone else $100 and getting one of the booklets. If you know the person that they sell to is not an associate, so they're not able to qualify in that contest. So if we say the first purchase that new person makes counts towards the person that sold him the $100, it does not help that person qualify, the new person, because he couldn't participate in the contest anyway because he's not an associate. What about
So
that?
Okay, so if it's a new person,
Right. So you're talking about if it's a brand new person that a potential member that they sign up.
then they will get it for selling,
And,
for signing up that person.
yeah, and then they can. Yeah, I guess we can. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That be the first, that's his first purchase, whatever he purchases. If he doesn't purchase but $50, well, that $50 counts towards the person that sold him, towards the $100. Whatever he purchases at his initial purchase, because he's not an associate now.
Okay. Well, I guess we can get this all written down and get it sent out to folks when we get it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk some more about it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, folks. Andy, you have anything else you wanted to say before we close out?
Yeah, I need to bring some things that I need to bring up to date here. Well, you know, from the tax standpoint and what Ron was talking about, I know that there's a few of you that don't like to pay taxes, but I'm sure that the majority of you enjoy it. So that might have been a little boring.
Right, Andy.
I've had some people complaining about having to send in an email with their book information and saying yes to exchanging book purchases for web clicks. I guess they don't like calculating, subtracting one book from the total that they purchase. So what we can do, and I'll talk to Tommy about this, and maybe if he's on the call here, he can answer the question on the call when I get through with it. But my suggestion would be that Tommy, that we automatically do the calculation for the people and put the web clicks in their back office, unless the people send us an email stating that they don't want the web clicks. They'd rather have the books. And that would make it easier where maybe just a few people want the books, and they'd be the ones that sending in the email. Everybody wouldn't have to send in the email and flood Derek with the emails.
I vote for that. Yeah.
Tommy, can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Okay, super. We'll just plan that. So if we don't hear from you by February the 16th, then Tommy's going to automatically leave you with one book, take the rest of it and put it into web clicks and put it into your back office.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So you got February the 16th to send in an email saying that you don't want the web clicks.
Perfect.
Does everybody understand that?
Yes, awesome.
Load and clear.
Great.
Let me make sure I understand that.
Yeah.
So we're talking about,
Right.
so we're talking about Monday night, if they haven't sent in an email by Tuesday morning. And so Derek's on the West Coast, so late Monday, that's the cutoff. Tuesday, everyone that hasn't notified us, but via email, that they want to keep all of their books, they're gonna keep one book, and then the rest are gonna be converted to web clicks.
Right.
And that's gonna be before any type. That's gonna be at the current price.
$1.
Okay, $1. Okay.
And it'll go, I'm speaking for Tommy. Hopefully he can do it by March 1st, get it down in there, and then we'll put it in like the book promotions, where it'll be dropping down 1% a day after that. This is what we've talked about.
Quick question. The web click for the books, will those be activated immediately, seeing that it's already paid for?
Very good
The
question.
ones that you're giving us for the books.
Yeah, because you've already paid for them.
Yes, so will it be activated, the web click?
They'll be activated right
Okay.
away.
Thank you.
Yes.
And you won't, and I've had this question a few times a day, you will not lose your position in the company. You won't lose your founder position. You won't lose your PED position. And
right.
Unless you want to donate those positions. I know a couple people who might want one.
Yeah.
Oh, Derek.
Yeah, and hey, guys, you also must understand, we've already received web clicks for these books too. So I think we can discuss how to release it over time. I think, just like we're doing with the web clicks that we had before, we can discuss that.
Yeah. We'll see how many they are, and then we can make a decision on it.
Hey, Andy, I got one question on the books. There's some people still asking, how is the book coming along?
It should be, they're working to try to get it at the end of the month, but it might be a week or two in March, but they're working hard to try to get that done.
Very good.
Yeah, that's good.
Very good.
Now next, Tommy has just completed, he'd been working on commissions, making sure everybody's commissions were correct. Because at one time, some of those sales were doubling. And he's got all that worked out, and all the commissions are correct at this time, and they should go forward in a correct way. He will be working on the 3-level commission probably starting Monday or Tuesday of next week. He's working now in credit card processing, and he's got a couple other things that he's got to do that won't take a lot of time. So he should start working on the 3-level commission Monday or Tuesday, and it should just take him a few days to get that completed. So I know all of you will be happy to see that. And that will give a big boost to everybody.
Good.
Okay, any questions at this point?
On the sale
Yes,
of the,
I just have one question, please. Do you have any marketing material out that we could use, like a splash page or a capture page that we can send out? Or, about the company that we can mail to people to recruit?
Dave?
Dave. That is coming. Currently we have the AI part of it, and I went to the AI and I took my link out of there, and I just used that myself and just sent it to people, and it works really good. But we are doing some promotional materials that should be up shortly. We have people working on it right now.
Great, thank you.
You bet.
I have a question on the sale of the book. So if we say a founder sold or bought 15 books, so is that $1 a book? Or is
It's
that
dollar for dollar?
If you paid $29.95 for the book plus shipping, that's dollar for dollar. So if you paid like $35, it'd be 35 web clicks.
Okay, so your total of what your founder's package cost you would be dollar for dollar, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Andy, I'm back. I got knocked off.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. About the splash pages.
Well, that's one of the things I'm talking to Cheryl about. Yeah, with the AI marketing system. She's going to be developing, like I said, emails, more splash pages, ads, different things like that. And I was asking her, if you guys could do this for us, because I would like to have most of that stuff in the AI back office, because people will have a central location to find it all, and like their marketing toolkit. And she's coming up with the first video on getting started. And I explained to her what Barry did for us, something similar like that, speak slowly, explain it in different phases, just like step 1, step 2, step 3. So she's going to be working on that and hopefully get something to me tomorrow. I told her I didn't want her to rush it, but if you can do it tomorrow in a good way, sure, that'd be great. So that's coming. I'm engaging with her. We're going to try to get her on a call in next week, hopefully. And then, we'll get this thing up and running for folks and get you guys understanding the system. And once it's set up, once you understand it with the way she's going to explain it, it's going to be kind of like Vima. You're not going to have to do a whole lot with it, but you can do a lot with it. Most of the work has been done, because they, for us, they went ahead and customized it for Vima. So we'll have follow-up emails. One of the things we have to be real careful about is people out there doing their own emails and, and maybe not saying the right words and whatever. And so we're going to have these guys create exactly what we need, guys. So, you'll have everything from the company to be able to market and send out. So, and we're constantly working on things like that, videos, follow-ups to the video that you see already. I want to have a better look with a follow-up PDF, something to help close people, to make it even easier for folks. So yeah, a lot coming, and a lot more that's going to be coming in the coming months.
And also, Dave, some nice flashy banners would be good.
Okay, I'll talk about that. mention that to her. Good idea.
Did you say people can pay with a credit card now to buy the web clicks?
Right now, it's only through Amazon, but Tommy's working on the other.
All right, thank you.
I have
Yeah,
a
Leroy,
question.
Leroy said he had a lot of people wanting to purchase. They were waiting on the credit card.
Yes, Andy.
I have a question with the 100%. I noticed when you put 100%, it affects the commission. I thought it was separate from the rental.
I'm not sure. 100%.
Yes, you know, you have the 80, 20, or the 100%.
Right.
I noticed when you put 100%, you no longer get commission. Why is that, please?
Well, what it does, it automatically repurchases more web clicks for you. And that's actually what you want in the beginning, because you want to build up your web clicks package, you know,
Yes,
and you're
but-
getting the commissions, you're getting them, but then they're being 100% repurchased in more web clicks to help build up your packages. And so what you want to do when you get to a certain web click level, 50,000, 100,000, whatever it might be, and you want to you get to an income level you want to be at, then you could set it for 80, and then 20% can be taken out as an income, you know, to use, and 80% will continue to, you know, repurchase with 80% of the web clicks.
If you take out more than 20%, you'll eventually run out of web clicks because you're taking too much out. You're taking some of your web click money out. But if you stick with 20%, you'll always have web clicks growing for you and making more money for you.
But my concern is owing you the money, because when will you start using that money to pay down on what we are owing for web clicks?
Okay, you need, on your commissions of sales, you need to use that to keep purchasing. In other words, take out 20%, not anything higher than that if you want to continue building your web clicks.
I understand that, but my point is that we are only be activated based on what we paid in WebClick. So if we want to increase the activation of our WebClick, we need to pay down, right? So I'm just wondering when you're going to start to use some of that money to pay towards what we have actually purchased.
Everything that you put into your web clicks through commissions or additional package purchases goes toward paying it down.
Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, I wasn't understanding the question.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, me either.
Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, great.
Great.
Hi.
Is that the reason why we see minus in our back office right now?
Let me look at your account.
Where do you see minus in your back office, Anne Marie?
When you go under earnings, it was saying minus for a good while. So I'm wondering if that's why some of our account has minus.
Okay. Tommy's checking real quick.
My downlines are saying the same thing. And then you'll have another account that's not as much web click as I do, and theirs is positive. With say I have 30 in mine, they have 94 positive or something like that. So I was just thinking maybe you're still working on it, but then just wondering if that's why some account is saying minus.
I will explain one thing that has changed in the last 2 days was if someone was in the negative and they had their repurchase at 100%, their commissions would bring them into the positive. Then my program would think that they were okay to repurchase that full amount, and it would bring them back into the negative. And within the last 2 days, I've made the program not bring them back into the negative. So you should see your account going into the positive. Like I said, I'm checking on your account right now.
Mine's back on positive, it was negative. And I think also what happened was I was manually purchasing before the auto purchase kicked in, and that got me negative, but I'm back positive. So I think other people will start seeing themselves going back in a positive soon.
Yeah, I got to say something while Tommy's looking at that. It's amazing. Pre-launch is what pre-launch is. We're out here. We're trying to streamline it so it's perfect, but we've got so much help from our members shooting us emails, texts, and saying something just seems a little off, you know, and I get the first one and I go look at their account and like, well, it does, but I'm not quite sure. But we start getting 1 or 2 people and start seeing a pattern, I immediately get to Tommy. But we need your help continuously during our pre-launch to get this done quicker so we can go bam, okay, and we can launch, okay?
Right.
I appreciate all your help.
Very good, Derek.
Anne Marie's account is a prime example. It kept going back into the negative, and within the last 2 days, I've corrected that where it doesn't repurchase that full 100% that she had put in. It will only purchase up to the amount. It got her back into the positive slowly.
Very good.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yep.
Hey guys, let me say one thing. It's getting late. Before we close out, I just want to say that, and like Derek said, this is the pre-launch. It's designed to find challenges and issues and things, which Tommy and James are fantastic at correcting. And what they do is just amazing to me. And the stress and the time and hours, but they always get it done. There's nothing that Tommy can't do. And I'm sure with James too, it's in the blood. But I would just say this, whatever issues, things you have, don't get upset. Don't worry about it. We'll make you whole. We look out for the folks and we're all in this together, and we're going to make this the greatest company you've ever seen. So with that said, I'm done. Andy, anything else, buddy?
No.
Okay,
Mike.
guys.
Oh,
Dave.
hey, guys, go
There
get some
is one
rest.
thing
Go
I
get
have
some
to
rest.
say.
Any word on the
Happy
sweepstakes?
Valentine's Day to all the pretty ladies. This is Bob G. Happy.
Any word on the sweepstakes?
God
Any
bless you.
update on the
God
credit
bless
card?
you.
The
God
credit
bless
card
Any word on the
information?
sweepstakes?
Oh, the sweepstakes. Yeah, that's a good question. Andy, Tommy, we have any idea when we'll have the sweepstakes up and running?
I am working on it. It seems like every time I start working on it, something else takes my attention.
Right, something major, right. We'll get it done, right? The next couple weeks or so.
That's really my plan.
How about the credit card, and what's the update on the credit card?
That is a high priority.
All right, awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you started off the call with introducing the man that works over 24 hours a day. And I got to tell you a little bit about that. He's also the guy that never has more than a minute for me every time I call him. So now I just call him the 1 minute man.
Oh, yeah. Turned that around on me, didn't you?
Got your back. So
that's a
all
good
right,
one, Derek. I
I'm done.
agree.
All right, close us out, Mike.
Hey.
God bless.
All right.
God bless everybody.
You all have a good night.
Good night.
God bless you all.
Good night.
Good night, Tommy.
Thanks, Derek.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Good night
thank
from
you.
Oklahoma.
Everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Ron. Appreciate it, buddy.